Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Skyman TV, the tallest man in Back Africa. The president is facing serious challenges. The president, even without the pressure from Raila Amolo Odinga, may not finish his first year's term because he is a man on a suicide mission. A man that has various challenges that may prove very, very difficult for him. When Uhuru Kenyatta told Kenyans that after 6 months, they will realize that William Samoei Ruto is not equal to the task, I think he was right. In this video, I want to demonstrate to you guys why William Samoei Ruto is a man on suicide mission. The first thing, if you look at the bandits are overpowering our security agents. The bandits with their superior weaponry, the bandits with their military-like skills, the bandits with their knowledge about the war is one area that is giving Kidiki serious headache. Indeed, siku hizi hata Kidiki haugei. Ni jana tu ambapo kule Saburu, the bandits were even able to go to hospital and rescue one of their own. Na wakatoroka now. They are killing the policemen. They are even raiding animals in farms that you cannot even expect. Who would have thought that people like Ole Kaparo, the former Speaker of the National Assembly, would have bandits right on his doorsteps? This is very, very serious. The government is losing it. William Samoei Ruto is a worried man because his troops are losing to the bandits. The second thing that is giving William Samoei Ruto sleepless nights is the Kikuyus. Wakikuyu wameanza kusema ya kwamba this national dialogue, the national dialogue must incorporate one man, one vote, one shilling. How good. The more things change, the more they remain the same. None other than Mwangi Kijuri. And Mwangi Kijuri has been supporting William Samoei Ruto. Kabogo and many others are saying that there must be fair distribution of resources. They are saying that they are going to continue cooperating with the government if it is only going to support one man, one shilling, one vote. Hili jambo ambalo tunaona it's just like saying, let the BBI come. If you watch Mount Kenya MPs, wengi hawazungumzi, hawaongei, hawasemi chochote, because they're not happy. Because they are actually even supporting Raila Amolo Odinga. Some are even telling him to go back to the street. That is what they want. And some of them are not happy with the toxic Gachagua. The toxic Gachagua is fomenting trouble. Now, Wakikuyu wanasema kwamba bila one man, one vote, one shilling, there is no way that they are going to support William Samoei Ruto's government. And if you look at it very keenly, you realize it is only Ishong and Dede Nyoro who have been left dancing in William Samoei Ruto's party. Wengine wamenyamaza kabisa, hawaongei, hawasemi chochote. The other thing that is giving William Samoei Ruto serious headache is the Mulebe Nation. Yes, the Mulebe Nation. If you look at the way Parliament that God talk about the Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula, refused to vet the Chief Administrative Secretary. This did not go down well with William Samoei Ruto. And he has gone ahead. He has also said that the Chief Administrative Secretary should not appear in Parliament to answer questions. He has said that only Cabinet Secretary should appear to Parliament to answer questions. They cannot delegate. What many people don't know is that Wetangula and Musalia Mudavadi are not happy. Simply because one of the major reasons why they refused to vet, why Moses Tagula refused for them to be vetted is because William Samoei Ruto did not honor the 30% appointment. Kwa sababu walikuwa wameambiwa kwamba they own 30% of the government. This did not happen. So kuna malalamishi mengi sana, and William Samoei Ruto is very much aware of this. So when you look at the president, you see somebody who is losing the grip. You see somebody who is losing the grip of the Western nation, the grip of the Negema nation, and if he's going to finish the first term, he needs to work very, very hard. The other challenge that is staring at William Samoei Ruto is the political instability. This country is confronted by a political instability. Political instability is a result of the crisis that we are handling at the moment. Political instability that is scaring the investors. Political stability that is making investors to go and invest in the neighboring countries. Political stabilities. Unajua Watanzania sasa wanacheka nchi ya Kenya. Wanaicheka kabisa. When Azimio told people that this country did not even have dollars and the Tanzania government had a lot of dollars, watu waliona kama ni mchezo. When the government said that it was going to import fuel directly, people did not realize it was doing this to save the face of the president. Because now, unajua tumesema hapa mara nyingi, huwezi ukaficha watu wawili au mambo mawili. Mtu ambaye amekalia mgogo wa gamia huwezi ukamficha, kwa sababu wataonekana kwa sababu gamia ni mrefu. Like me, I cannot be able to hide wherever I am because I look like somebody who is standing on a stool or sitting on a camel's back. Again, huwezi ukaficha miba. And that is where we are. We cannot hide the current situation. The other reason I believe that William Samoei Ruto may not finish the 5 years is because of the economy. You know, the economy, where we are now, a number of civil servants have not been paid. Money has not been disbursed to the county government. So you can see that even the devolved government is likely to stall. And if this happens, the buck will stop with the president. And again, the inflation that is hitting this country is on another level. Na ni jambo ambalo limemchogonoa mawazo William Samoei Ruto. Ni jambo ambalo linaweza kuleta mitafaruku ya kisiasa. Ni jambo ambalo linaweza kumfanya hata akose usingizi. William Samoei Ruto is also confronted by the debt crisis. Yesterday, he told the nation that this country is indebted to a tune of 9.1 trillion. 9.1 trillion. Although there's nothing wrong with the debt, the problem is how to manage the debts. You see, William Samoei Ruto lacks one thing. He lacks good economic advisors. He lacks people who know how to grow the economy, how to deal with the economy. If you look at the way Mwai Kibaki was dealing with the economy, you see somebody who had the grip of the economy at hand. But when you look at William Samoei Ruto seems not to have the grip of the economy of this nation. Am I saying this because just the other day, Dipo alituambia kwamba that the government has stabilized the economy. And now, after saying that, he was faced by a crisis, economic crisis. And now this one tells us that he is not in control of the economy. He is not even conversant with what is happening in the economy. Yes, his grip is in politics, but not the economy. And this is dangerous for a country. Again, he is being confronted by CBC challenges. As we talk now, there are some schools up to date that have not had enough teachers. Indeed, even handling the CBC is a problem. How do you expect 2 teachers to handle, I think, is it 12 subjects? And they are teaching over maybe 100 other schools, 200 children. How do you expect this? In fact, we better revert to the 844 system. Kile ambacho tungefanya is to improve the 844 system because CBC is failing. In fact, it will leave the government with eggs on its face. When you look at the man who is expected to handle this situation, he cannot even know how to handle this situation. Again, when you look at the government, you see that the president is also being confronted by the high cost of living. The high cost of living is a nightmare to Kenya Kwanza government. It's a nightmare to the president. The high cost of living is something that is giving serious headache. Kwa sababu tunaona bei ya bidhaa inapanda kila uchao. Bei ya vitu inapanda kila uchao. Si bei ya stima, si bei ya maji, si bei ya kila kitu. Bei inapanda na the government is not able to handle this situation. The government is in a crisis and the nation is restless. The nation is restless as we talk. Everybody is complaining. Si mama boga, si nini, kila mtu analalamika. The other challenge that may make the president not complete his 5 years term is the hustlers. Indeed, yesterday, I had the boda guys planning for a national demonstration. You know, nakumbuka, is it Mugambi, who praised the policemen for killing Azimio and beating Azimio supporters. And then he became a victim of the same policeman. The policeman that he was praising shot him dead. And this not go down well with the boda guys. As we talk, they are planning for a nationwide demonstration. And this can bring the nation down, by the way. If you add this now with Azimio demonstrations, because you see, Raila option is to go to the street. Indeed, most of Raila Amolo Odinga supporters are not interested in the national dialogue. They want him to go to the street. And now, if you add this now to the civil servants who don't have salaries, if you add this to the hustlers nation, who are very bitter, because if there's one group of people that is very bitter with William Samoei Ruto, is the hustlers nation, because they are saying that he gave them false promise. They are saying that he has not done what he promised. The bottom-up economic model was just a campaign gimmick. It did not happen. They are suffering. Indeed, the hustlers are suffering more than the dynasties. Because unajua sasa, the dynasty ni watu ambao wana pesa, wao hawajali. In fact, some of them do not even know that the price of electricity has gone down, has gone up. They don't even know that the price of fuel has gone down, not down, up. Kila kitu kimepanda. So they are not even feeling it. The people who are feeling it are the hustlers. So they have realized that the bottom-up economic model sio kitu ambacho alichukulia kwa uzito, sio kitu ambacho alikuwa anataka kutimiza, na kile ambacho kinajitokeza ni kwamba si kweli kwamba the government was actually going to be formed by Mama Mboga. The government does not care about Mama Mboga, doesn't care about hustlers. In fact, as I have said, they are the one who are suffering more than the dynasties. Na kile ambacho kipo ni kwamba William Samoei Ruto is very much aware of this, that the hustlers are very bitter with him, that the hustlers are uncomfortable with him. Something else that is now facing William Samoei Ruto is the invasion of farms, invasion of ranches. It started with the Northern. Watu wakapiga makofi, wakacheka, wakafurahi. It went through it went to Naivasha. Now all over Naivasha, farms are being invaded by the hustlers. Again, Lamu, they are being invaded. Their private property. Now, by the way, kile ambacho kipo ni kwamba watu walipiga makofi, hususan wale wa mlego wa Kenya Kwanza, and they were very happy because it was Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's farm that was being invaded. They were dividing the land. They stole the goat and the sheep and everything. They slaughtered, wakamwaga damu kila mahali. And hii nchi inahitaji kutakaswa sasa, kwa sababu kile ambacho sasa kimefuata, unajua watu sasa kile ambacho hawajui ni kwamba most of these guys in government are extremely rich. They own huge tracts of land. including the president himself, including Ashangwa. All those guys own huge tracts of land. And now, maybe they'll be the next. The day before yesterday, when I realized that Grace Mugabe farm was also invaded by the Zimbabwean hustlers. And I remember that Grace Mugabe is the one who was leading the Zimbabwe hustlers to invade the white farms. Sasa, unajua sasa, she didn't know that she one day should be a victim. So what I can say that if William Samoei Ruto doesn't do the right thing, if he fails the delicate balancing act of the economy and politics, I'm telling you, this country can easily go the Sri Lanka way. It can easily go. People, in fact, if people go back to the street, I can assure you, it will be very, very difficult to remove them from the street. If they go to the street, I'm telling you, William Samoei Ruto's government will find it rough. If we fail, if the national dialogue fails, I can tell you that this country may never be the same again. I believe that this country has able men and women who can bring the necessary changes that are required in this nation. Otherwise, unajua mambo yakiharibika, hakuna mtu ambaye anataka yaharibike. Lakini kulingana na vile ambavyo tunaona mambo, kulingana na vile ambavyo nchi inaendeshwa, ni kweli kwamba hata serikali yenyewe imekubali ya kwamba kuna shida kubwa sana. Kuna matatizo mengi sana. Matatizo ambayo yamezidi yale ya Job in the Bible. And William Samoei Ruto, in fact, this one can even affect his health. It can take a toll on his health. When Obama took over, the man was youthful. But by the time he was done by his presidency, he was an old man. He was a very different Obama. And even today, if you look at William Samoei Ruto, you see a different person. It's not the young, energetic William that took over power in August 2022. These challenges are very serious. These challenges can bring his government down. These challenges are not good for this nation. I don't know what you think, but if you ask me, we are in a crisis. This is Skyman TV, the Tourist Man Black Africa. Take that 1 minute and please like this video, and may you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.